Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of JB's Saltwater Fish Tank and Friends. What you're looking at is a 20 by 20 by 16 inch sump refugium. It's actually face down, the face is down, and you're looking at the interior portion of it. The reason it's laying like that is because I just finished using this quick spray or the quick color fast drying all-purpose enamel spray paint to spray the actual tank. Now this wasn't done indoors, it was actually done outdoors in my backyard, but since it's nighttime and I can't shoot video in the middle of the night, I decided to bring it in-house so you guys can be able to look at it. Now what you're seeing here is a custom refugium that was designed by me. Obviously, you know, I'm very big into glass sumps, refugiums. The reason this refugium was designed was for this tank right here. Now, this tank right here is actually a 24 by 24 by 24 custom 60-gallon rimless tank. It's actually is on a custom stand also. And the stand is 42-inch finish, and the reason for that height is basically because I wanted to be able to see the tank and look at it basically from eye level. Now the purpose for this is that when you're standing up, I was planning on utilizing this as a SPS dominant tank. It was going to be bare bottom. I wanted to put some type of coral on the bare bottom to grow. The good thing about this tank is that the bottom is PVC, so it won't scratch even though the rock is sitting on the bottom itself, and it won't damage. And the PVC is drillable, so that way if I want to update the tank, I'll be able to with no problems, due to the fact that it's drillable. You know, it's not like glass where you have to use water, putty, and some other items to be able to drill through it in a diamond bit. This is very simple. You just take a regular bit and you go through the bottom as you see fit. Now, I didn't put a protection layer of like foam or anything like that in between. The reason being is that I wanted this to sit flush mount. As you can see, it gives it a very clean and modern look. Now, the reason we're talking about this tank here is because this is my new office tank. This is a new office project that I'm doing. The reason I decided to make this tank is because I wanted to have a modern looking tank, preferably a cube with black silicone that I was able to do SPS predominantly. Now you guys know I had SPS in the Spartan and different tanks, and I've been trying it, but I want a almost or really 100% SPS tank. And what happened is the different items that I'm going to be utilizing for the tank is basically a test. Now if this works, I might end up keeping this tank. The Spartan itself, it's running, it has corals in it, it's mainly 75% LPS right now, but that's not my priority project right now, being the fact that I have so much other things going on. Now, as far as the larger fish tank goes, I do have a dream tank, which is a 12 by 4 by 4, and I'm looking forward to doing that down the line once I find a new place to reside that can accommodate those dimensions. Hopefully that'll be coming soon, and I can go ahead and do that. But once I do that, I still wanted to have an office tank. I still wanted to be able to hold on to something while I'm in the process. And obviously I can't run that large of a tank and have the Spartan and have Jaden 60-gallon reef all at the same time. So what we've been doing over the course of the months is we gutted Jaden's reef tank, although it was so nice and pretty. We went ahead and gutted out all the corals. I'd say 75% of them went into the Spartan, and then the rest went into the garage reef. And we then emptied it completely. I think it maybe has like 5 corals on the sand bed itself, and we took all the rocks out and we bleached the rock. Yeah, you heard me correctly. Bleach the rock. It's actually outside being cycled right now. It's going to go through a long 3 to 4 week process in order to get it ready to be put back into the tank. Once it's ready to be put back in the tank, all the corals within the tank are going to be removed. The rock work is going to be redone, and the tank will be a 100% Zoa tank. So I don't really care for high ends, don't really care for name polyps or anything like that. What I do care for is color. You guys know I'm a very particular person when it comes to color. I like to see the array. So I will be chasing polyps, no specifics on the types. It's just whatever makes the overall coloration of the tank amazing. That is basically what I'm going for. So that will be a project in itself, and you guys can definitely stay tuned in that. But with this tank here, what happened is what a lot of people don't understand about reef tanks is that there's a lot of planning that goes into it. Me specifically, when I build a tank, I tend to make lists, and I'm able to come up with like a whole list of everything needed, and I basically figure out exactly what I am looking for, and I go for it. Like for example, this tank I knew I needed to stand. I used a new stand builder at this time who does modern furniture. This was the same gentleman that we utilized to build Eddie's stand, and this is in the same technique as Eddie's stand from Tank Wars. So I mean, it has that clean, modern look, sophisticated, high and look. So I really enjoy it. The rock work is basically it's all 100% dry rock, very porous. This is like a base rock standard that comes from the U.S. So it's not like something exclusive. I mean, it has one piece of tonga in there. That's that branch that you see sticking off the edge. But the look that this rock work gave us was very minimal, very clean, very open aquascape itself. So that's something that we'll discuss later on. But items that are going into this tank. Obviously, you guys know we're going to be utilizing this Sump refugium. Once it's dry, which it should be in a couple minutes, I'll go over the design concept behind this refugium slash sump. What we're going to be putting in here is we're going to be putting a I'd say about a 6-inch sand bed, and for the refugium, a couple pieces of live rock, some chaetomorpha, and that'll take care of that portion of the reef. I might be able to get away with 2 mangroves. I'm not sure yet. I'd see how that goes. And for the actual skimmer, we're going to be using a reef octopus NWB 110, which is quite big for this tank, but the reason is that you want to go bigger to be able to skim out everything that's over excess in the tank. As far as the pump, I already have it. It is actually sitting right there. It's actually a DC pump. It's a wave line. I think it's the 3000. I was able to get this a pump from a buddy of mine's who happened to have it lying around. I got it pretty cheap, and I think it has all the parts. I have not tested it, but I'm pretty sure it does. But that's gonna be the pump utilized, and then either I'm gonna get some I think they're called JBOs or WPs. I'm probably thinking about either 2 WPs, but I may end up going with the MP10s for this tank. I may do 2 MP10s, even though I know that I might not be able to turn them up all the way to full power. But we'll start with 1 for now, see how it works, and then if we need a second, we'll add a second. Some of the items that will be going onto this tank, the hanging bracket for the light fixture. The light fixture is going to be custom brackets. They're already made. I have them here. It's the same brackets that were utilized on the 60-gallon frag tank, the garage reef. So they give you a very clean, modern look. I would have liked to have a single bracket, but because of the lights that we're going to be using, it's not going to be feasible. So we're going to have to go with what we're going to have to go with. As far as the lights, I'm going to be utilizing the ATI 24-inch 6 bulb by 24 watt dimmable sun power. The reason I'm going to be using the dimmable is because when I first start this tank up, I don't want to burn the corals. I really don't, and I want to be able to adjust the lighting when needed, because I don't want it running full blast all day, being the fact that I think I have about 4 tanks running: the Garage Reefs, Jaden 60 gallon, the 300 Spartan, plus this one. And since the Spartan hasn't been converted to a DC pump yet, I want to conserve as much power as possible. As far as the bulbs go for this tank, I'm going to be using 2 ATI Super Blues, 3 ATI Blue Pluses, and 1 ATI Purple Plus. Hopefully it give me the coloration I'm looking for. I definitely know that's going to give me the growth. The ATI fixtures are known for 99% reflective rate on the fixture itself, so that's going to be a good look. As far as the dosing system, I'm going to be using a Bubble Magnus T1 dosing pump, which that one's the one that comes with the 3 heads. I'm going to be using probably, I'm leaning towards either a bulk resupply for the chemicals, the calcium, magnesium, and the alkalinity. I'm obviously gonna need the Bubble Magnus bracket, the T1 bracket, and then I'm gonna be utilizing their tubing. And then I think there's something called the Python Pro airline tubing, which comes like 10 feet, so I can run the actual unit to the containers that are going to be holding the chemicals. In particular, this tank is, the stand is tall, so I'm probably going to have 2 separate bracket heights, or I'm sorry, 2 separate shelves heights. What I'm thinking about utilizing for the actual how should I put this, the containers that are going to be holding the calcium, alkalinity, and magnesium, is probably going to be the Voss glasses. I don't know if you guys remember those. They're like these nice high-end looking glasses. They have small ones and they got large ones. You know, if you're a club goer, you'll notice they sell those bottles for about $20. They're actually like water bottles or water glasses, but they look very nice, high-end. It gives you a nice gray finish. I'm probably gonna end up painting the tops black to coincide with everything else that goes along with the tank, but you guys will see. I'm hoping that it works out really good. And finally, we're going to be using an Apex light, or yeah, we're going to be using an Apex light on this system also. The Apex light is already here, it's sitting on the floor. I also have a battery backup for the system also. This should be coming soon. I'm not in a rush to set this tank up. I talked to my counterpart, and we were actually thinking about getting this some water in the system pretty soon, since I have almost everything that I need besides the lights and the dosing system, which I don't need right now. I don't need neither. But it would be nice to start cycling the rock. We want to cycle the rock within the tank, so if I set this up, I'll go ahead and actually get it running with water, cycle the rocks within the tank, give it the 2-3 months that it needs. I am not going to be using any live rock. I'm just going to be adding bacteria to seed it, and hopefully however long it takes, it takes. So even if I'm looking at a 6-month process, I don't mind, for the simple fact that this is something that I've always wanted to do, and I finally found a scale that I'm able to do it at. So you guys let me know what you think, and let me know what modifications would you do if you had this specific tank. I was even thinking about putting a Hydro 52 on the tank if I wanted to go LEDs, but That's just a thought, but I really want to do T5s. I had T5s on the Spartan. I didn't get to utilize it that much, being the simple fact that I went to the Radeon so quick, and I missed the growth and coloration of T5s. I was actually looking for the ATI hybrid system, which has the LEDs built in, but I haven't seen it. If you guys run across a 24-inch version of that, please give me a PM, a shout out, a video, something, so I can be able to take a look at it, so I can get it. If you guys have any questions, concerns, gripe, moans, bitches, please, I'd like to hear all of them. I'm always open to comments, opinions, and everything like that. I'd like to give a shout out to JD Reef 4220. I was actually watching his Reef Tank episode 29, the New Island Aquascape Part 2 video. I think it was when I started watching it, it was at 603 views. So you guys might want to check it out. I mean, this guy has done an amazing job when it comes to putting this reef together. I know I mentioned him before, so I'm mentioning him again, and that's my freedom. But he does do an excellent job. The aquascaping that he does with those acrylic rods and are amazing. And you know, I've never utilized the acrylic rods or the putty, but he makes it seem like it's the simplest thing in the world. I did try to use aquarium, I think aquarium sealant or something at one point, and that didn't work out. It didn't look too well. I think you guys saw that on that video that I recently dropped. The Futures Deep Reef Water or something like that. I don't know what I named it, but it's on YouTube also. You guys can check that out. But he does an amazing job, so please do check him out. And like I said, like I always say, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.